Environmentalists have warned that villages in some parts of northern Nigeria could face extinction in the next few years because of desertification, that's if urgent steps are not taken. For this reason, the officials from the Federal Ministry of Environment and experts are in Adamawa State to flag off the tree planting program. In Yobe State, government have allocated over 50 hectares of land for the program.
Overgrazing, woodland abuse, and increasing unreliable rainfall is putting the livelihood of over 55 million people in northern states of Nigeria at serious environmental risk. Also, not less than 200 villages have been wiped out by a natural disaster. This is according to the report released by the Developmental Association for Renewable Energies, DRE, in 2011. The agency also reports that the Sahara Desert is currently advancing southward at an estimated rate of 600 meters per annum. This is why the federal government of Nigeria, through the Ministry of Environment, is committed to an aggressive afforestation program across the country. This commitment is being demonstrated by the federal government in Adamawa State, where reforestation and planting of trees is being flagged off.
It's a new dimension in reforestation aspects and sustainable management of forests. We forest managers and forest officers are now doing forest management as business, not just the olden days conservative attitude. We are applying modern management techniques into forest management.
The Adamawa State has allocated over 50 hectares of land for this purpose.
Now let's get more on this issue, and joining us on News Across Nigeria is an environment expert, Desmond Majekodunmi. Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now tell us, how does desertification occur?
Desertification occurs because of man's neglect of the environment. We still have this issue of thinking that we human beings are apart from nature, but the reality is we are a part of nature, and we have a constituted role to take care of nature. And one of the ways that the omission of this role has been manifesting itself is through climate change, through global warming, and also terrible destruction of forests. You know that the desert right through into the Sahara used to be a savanna land before. We kept on cutting the trees, cutting the trees. In those days, we needed the trees for firewood. But here we are in a country that is one of the largest producers of gas in the world. People are taking Nigeria's gas and using it to cook. Meanwhile, in those regions, we are still cutting down trees for firewood. Totally irresponsible attitude towards nature, towards the environment, and it's hitting back. Desertification is a massive, massive problem.
All right, Mr. Majekodunmi, and talking about that region, it appears that most of the affected states are actually in northern Nigeria. How bad is this problem?
The problem could not be worse. The desert is moving on at a massive rate, taking over villages, taking over livelihoods, destroying people's lives, and it is creating insecurity because, you know, the saying goes that what? A hungry man is an angry man, okay? When the desert comes in, not only do you have no food, you have no water, and a man without water becomes a madman. And he can do anything. He can say, God is great. He can say, peace be unto you. And then he can blow yourselves up. One of the major recruits for this insecurity is actually from the desertification. It is affecting us terribly, and it's marching in relentlessly. But we're very encouraged to see this particular government taking it seriously, because there's been programs in the past.
Okay, but now you talked about the government. I mean, at the time in Lagos, there was the tree planting, and now it's happening again in Yobe and Adamawa State. But is this the only problem to desertification? Is this the only solution?
It is one of the major solutions. Major solutions. You see, we take the trees so much for granted. We say, it's just firewood, it's just building material. The trees are part of the Creator's wonderful plan, his process of bringing water into the hinterlands. The trees give out oxygen, our most essential commodity, and they attract rain, and then they give up water vapor and move the rain forward. Trees, forests are absolutely essential. That's why I'm so excited. And we're so happy to see this initiative. The one you didn't mention is the one that's going on in Kebbi State with the youth corpus.
Okay.
1 million youth corpus, 1 million trees. It's fantastic.
All right. So we hope this actually works. All right. Thank you very much, environment expert, Mr. Desmond Majekodunmi. And that is it on News Across Nigeria for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Nwawadu.